They're not finding him.
Please tell me where Jones is.
And a large turnout of protesters outside MCSO headquarters called for the sheriff to handle the shelter pause animal rescue better. That's where we begin tonight at 9 o'clock. More than 50 dogs were found malnourished. One of them died after being rushed to the veterinarian.
And tonight, protesters say the sheriff's office isn't being forthcoming with information. Now, they are demanding answers. Our Brianna Whitney was there in the middle of the protest tonight.
How many more dogs must die? How many more dogs must die?
They are the voices for those that don't have their own.
They're lost. They're not finding them.
Nearly 100 people out here chanting, asking for Sheriff Penzone to do more with this case. They are emotional and crying and saying they don't know where some of these dogs are or if they're still alive.
On October 4th, MCSO seized 53 dogs in horrific conditions from the Shelter Paws Rescue Shelter in Mesa. But since then, these protesters say MCSO hasn't given them any updates on the dogs' conditions and has told owners there is no timeline as to when they get their dogs back.
I have no idea when I'm going to get my dog back. I don't know how he's doing. I don't know if he's healthy, if there's anything wrong with him. Nothing.
Sheriff Penzone, do your job.
For Kathy Ryan, this is pure heartbreak.
Some have died and had their home going to heaven way too soon.
Where is Jones? Where is Jones?
And for Marsha Hamilton, the unknown is terrifying. She says she's the legal owner of Jones the Pit Bull, the dog that's been the face of the abuse and neglect at the shelter. She was boarding the rescue dog there and says MCSO told her they don't have the pit bull in their care.
Do you know where Jones is?
I do not know where Jones is at the present time. I am Jones's voice. This is really pretty emotional for me.
Now pleading to the owner of the shelter for answers.
Please tell me where Jones is.
MCSO declined an on-camera interview, but did say they have to keep the dogs in their custody for evidence during the investigation. And Sheriff Penzone tells us he will not let public protests undermine the investigation.
Why haven't any charges been pressed?
As of now, the shelter owner has not been charged with anything, but these protesters say they'll make their voices heard until he is.
This man needs to suffer the repercussions and the consequences that he did to these little pups.
Do your job.
In Phoenix, Brianna Whitney for Arizona's Family.